Hello guys, my name is Noel and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please kindly subscribe to my channel and do not forget to smash that like button, and of course please do share this video as well. My channel is designed to help you have access to important information that will help you to make an informed decision in terms of how to make your application to study abroad, especially in the European Union area. So I have uploaded several videos already about different countries and how you can study in those countries across Europe. I have several videos about Luxembourg, the University of Luxembourg, but also Czech Republic, for example, the Czech University of Life Sciences, and so many other universities and countries within the European Union especially. So the idea is that with the right information, you can do these things by yourself. It's about empowering you through my experience in this area and of course my intensive research. I've been able to upload important videos and share good information that will help you guys to do this process or embark on this journey by yourself, because once you have the right information, then you can do these things by yourself. So for those of you who wants to study at the University of Luxembourg, just let you know that application for non-EU nationals will commence in less than a month. That is in February 2024, and this will last until April 2024. But I have to advise you to start on time, regardless of the duration of the application period. Start on time because it is a highly competitive university. So the earlier you make your application with the required documents, make sure you upload all the specified documents for each of the courses, and make sure you write your motivation statement robustly, very, very well. I'm gonna talk about that today. Again, application to study at the University of Luxembourg will open in February, I think February 1st specifically, for most of the courses for non-EU nationals, and this will last until April 2024. So you have to get your documents ready. As a foreign applicant, I mean, if you have obtained your degree from third country nationals, you need to have all your documents ready before making your online application. You have to have your transcript of record, your degree certificate. If you're applying for master's degree program, you need to have your first degree certificate and your transcript of record, of course your CV, your passport data page, and a well-written motivation letter. I'm going to talk about motivation statement today because a lot of people have raised concern and they're kind of worried about motivation statement and they don't know how to go about this. I've talked about this motivation letter briefly in some of my videos, but I want to talk about it in this video specifically to give you a systematic approach on how you can do this effectively. So the University of Luxembourg doesn't usually conduct online entrance exam, which you would expect, which happens in some schools, some universities. For example, the Czech University of Life Sciences do conduct entrance exam online or on campus, but the University of Luxembourg do not often conduct entrance exams. So that means your motivation letter is very important to the selection committee because they have to use that to assess your level of academic background, your experience, the skills that you have, existing skills, and the competencies that you might have acquired during your undergraduate degree programs. And the only way you can express that confidently is through your motivation letter, and that's why you have to take that seriously. It's not all about trying to write what you are not. Don't try to exaggerate your skills and competencies, but it's about how can you express those skills and competencies in a way that the selection committee will agree that you have the required skills and competencies that are necessary for the kind of program that you want to study at university. So this is very important that you pay attention to that. Now, what do you have to do if you want to write motivation statement? The principal thing there is you have to convince the selection committee on the reason why you've chosen to study that program. What is your rationale? What is your motivation? What are the goals, the desire, the dreams, the aspiration that made you to choose a particular program? Why not the other ones? Why did you choose that specific program? You have to explain this in details. And that includes trying to build a background knowledge about your previous or existing skills and competencies that have made you qualified or make you acquire the relevant skill that is required for such program. So you need to justify your first degree certificate. You have to justify your previous experiences and academic qualification, in the sense that that background has equipped you properly to be able to do well in this new program you tend to study. For example, if you are planning to study Masters in Integrated System Biology, which is the Masters I studied at the University of Luxembourg, my second Masters at the University of Luxembourg. So if, for example, you are applying to study Master's degree program in Integrated System Biology. Now, in your motivation letter, the first thing to do is to convince the selection committee or the study department that you have acquired necessary skills and competencies that will make you compete favorably or do well in this program. Because they have to be sure that you have necessary background and skills that are required, the minimum requirement that's necessary for you to be able to successfully study that program. And you have to explain this in a very detailed but succinct way in your motivation statement. Now, some courses will specify the pages, the number of pages that you have to write for your motivation statement. For example, some department or courses will state 1.5 pages or 1 page. So make sure you stick to that specification. But if it was not specified, ideally, I would advise not to make it more than 2 pages. But if the pages were specified, please stick to that. Now, coming back to trying to convince them that you have necessary competencies and skills that will make them believe that this applicant have what it takes to successfully complete this program. This is very important, and that means connecting your first degree certificate or experience with the master, the potential master you intend to study. How do you make the connection? Let's say, for example, don't forget that the University of Luxembourg is often very specific about the relationship between your first degree and the master's you intend to study. At least from my own personal experience, they often want applicants who have the required background and the required skills and competencies with respect to the masters they intend to study. So make sure in choosing the program that you choose a master's degree program, for example, that matches your previous qualification, and that you should be able to clearly explain the relationship and how that previous knowledge and existing skill have equipped you to do well in this new master's program you want to study. Let's say, for example, you want to apply for a master's degree program in integrated system biology. Part of the modules or the program, part of the program structure, some of the courses you are going to be doing in this master's in integrated system biology includes topics like gene regulation slash transcriptomics, protein structure and function, genomics databases, advanced cell biology, practicals in bioinformatics. These are some of the modules you're going to do if you want to study master's degree program in integrated system biology. So now, if you go to this course website, you can see these modules or courses in this particular master's program. Now, first of all, look at those structure, those programs, and then reflect on your previous degree. Is there any course you did in your first degree? Maybe you did biochemistry or microbiology or biotechnological related bachelor's degree program. Check in your previous transcript or your previous degree. Is there any course you did that is related to gene regulation, that's related to protein structure and function, that's related to genomics databases, or that requires some bioinformatics skills? Do you know how to use MATLAB, R program, Python in terms of scientific database analysis? So these are the skills that will help you to convince them that you have the required background that makes you the best fit for this master's program. Then you can write a motivation statement in linking this previous degree that you've had based on these specific courses you've done that is also relating to the master's you intend to study. And then you can make that case that you have the required background that is necessary or that is very important in studying this master's program. Do you understand my point? So that's how you connect your previous degree with the master's you intend to study. Let me give you another example. Maybe you want to apply for a master's degree program in finance and economics, okay? And part of the program structure, or I call it the modules, you're going to study in this master's in finance and economics include things like financial accounting, fixed income analysis, microeconomics, and then of course statistics. In your first semester, you're going to do some of these courses. Now, take a step backwards, go back to your first degree. Maybe you studied bachelor's in economics, accounting, or management, or whatever you did. Are there any courses or experience that you have with respect to financial accounting, fixed income analysis, microeconomics, or statistics? And then you can bring those existing skills and knowledge into your motivation letter and explain how these previous skills that you've acquired during your first degree, which is linked to financial accounting, fixed income analysis, microeconomics, or statistics, how those skills you've acquired in your first degree have made you very, very ready to embark on this master. Then you can connect that dots. This is the first step. And secondly, you have to also explain in clear terms, why do you choose that program? What are the important things that connect the program with your aspiration, your career, your ambition? Is there any particular area of research that you have interest in that the program will offer you? Okay, and then how is that going to help you in terms of actualizing your academic ambition and dreams, or professional or career ambition and dreams? You need to explain this in clear terms. How would the program benefit you? How would the program help you to achieve your goals academically, career-wise, or professionally, in a very clear and succinct terms? And for example, maybe the program has some kind of internship that will expose you to real life work-related experiences. You can comment on that. Maybe the program has some things has to do with, for example, the Masters in Integrated System Biology combines life sciences and also bioinformatics, which is very, very unique. So you can talk about the uniqueness of the program you want to study and how that is in line with your ambition in terms of academic ambition or professional ambition. So look at the element of the program you tend to study and see how that is in line with your own personal goal and ambition and aspiration, and then make that case on why you choose that program. And then what are the parameters that the school have that also motivated you to choose that program? Maybe the school have state-of-the-art equipment or laboratory infrastructures. For example, the University of Luxembourg, when I was doing my second master's at the University of Luxembourg, we did almost all our practicals at the research center, which is called the Luxembourg Center for System Biomedicine, LCSB. One of the best you can have in Europe. I'm not exaggerating. Fantastic. They have state-of-the-art equipment, infrastructures. I mean, we did a lot of experiment on cell biology, brain organoid, name it. A lot of protocols, PCR, intensive protocols, a very small group. So you can talk about those facilities as part of your motivation that the school has well-equipped laboratory infrastructures, which includes, you mentioned the data, do your research. And also, let's not forget, if you have got some practical skills previously in your first degree, for example, maybe in your first degree microbiology, you know how to do bacterial cell culture, media preparation, you've done PCR experiment before, or you don't use a lot of things that linked with the program you tend to study. Talk about them in your motivation letter, that you have such laboratory skills and competencies. Mention them. Be specific. Mention what laboratory skill you have acquired before and what are the techniques. In a very summarized version, list those techniques in your motivation letter, because those things are gonna connect with the masters you intend to study, and then you can make a case that you have a practical competencies and laboratory skill that is important for such masters as masters in integrated system biology. Then you've talked about your competencies, talk about the laboratory of the school, infrastructures in terms of how the program is unique that will help you to achieve your goals. Then you go further, talk about the university as a whole, their pedigree, their academic standing globally in terms of European Union rating, global rating, and then you also talk about that as part of your motivation why you choose such school. And then more importantly, talk about what are your goals after graduation. Now if you finish your master's at the University of Luxembourg, what next? What do you intend to do? You talk about perhaps you want to go for a PhD research program in specific areas after your master's because you want to do this, do that, or you want to return back to your country and work on use the knowledge that you've acquired on the course to inspire young generation, to establish your own lab in your country, or to be a lecturer, a professor, whatever you want to achieve after your graduation. You need to be specific. What do you intend to do after your master's degree graduation? And of course, you can talk about Luxembourg at the ending part of your motivation statement in terms of the international community in the school, and then of course how you can contribute to the school development in terms of your skills, being part of the student member groups that will export the school, that will market the school in a good light, be a good ambassador of the school after your graduation. So this is how you kind of work around the motivation letter, okay? In summary, you have to clearly explain the connection between your first degree and the master's degree you intend to study, and then talk about some of the supporting existing skills, knowledge, and competencies that you acquired during your undergraduate degree program that is related or that is connected with the master's degree program you intend to study. And also in your CV, which I would advise you to use Europass format to prepare, also mention those skills you talked about in your motivation letter. If you have laboratory skills, you explain your motivation letter, talk about them also in your, mention them also in your CV. Make sure that your CV and your motivation letter is working, it's kind of related. So if you talk about any skills you acquired in your motivation letter, let those skills be also mentioned in your CV. And of course, you have to also state in clear terms the rationale, the motivation, the specific reason why you choose that program, because of how the program is structured, because of the course outline the program that are in line with your vision, with the skill you want to acquire, because it will help you to achieve your goals in terms of PhD research in certain areas. You need to be specific. Don't just make a vague statement, and don't go outside the point. Stay on the point and emphasize clearly why you choose that program. And if you can do this in a very detailed but succinct manner, this will increase your chances of getting admission at the University of Luxembourg. Remember, this is a highly competitive university, and the tuition fees is just 200 euros. In most of the master's degree program, it's about 200 euros per semester. So you are paying a very low tuition fee. In fact, it's actually called registration fee, to be honest. And you're going to acquire one of the best education in Europe in that school, with beautiful country, fantastic university. So it's highly competitive. So you have to make sure you put in your best in there. I mean, if I could get in there, of course you can. It's not impossible, but you have to be very, very thorough, deliberate, intentional, and take your time to make sure every T is crossed and every I is dotted. Okay? So that means start on time, get all the minimum requirements ready, all your documents ready. This is just the minimum requirement. We have to go a step further and making sure that you write a proper, robust motivation letter. And also, if there are any other skills that you have acquired that is relevant to the program you tend to study, don't hold back. Put them out there. For example, maybe you have a professional experience in similar field to the course you want to study. Maybe you have been a banker, for example, for 5-6 years. Even you also acquired a degree in related field. Talk about the professional experience you have worked with in the banking sector. You know about accounting, financing, whatever, macroeconomics, all those things. You can explain them. Your professional experience related to the field you want to study, coupled with your background academically. So you have to sell yourself genuinely and sincerely, but in a way that the study committee will be convinced that this applicant has a required academic background, number one, and secondly, this applicant was able to clearly explain the motivation behind their choice of this particular master's degree program. So I hope this will help you to be more clear, more precise, more decisive when writing your motivation letter. The only way to improve your writing is just write. Just write. A lot of people send me DM or this, that. It's not about complaining or trying to think it's impossible or complicated. It's not that complicated. Just sit back and understand the program you intend to study. What are the structures? What are the modules? And then look at your previous degree. How did they connect? And then make a case of why you are convinced that this program is the right program for you. That's all they want you to explain. Why do you choose this program? How can we be sure that you have the necessary competencies, necessary skills, and the knowledge to embark on this particular program? Secondly, tell us, convince us why you think this is the best program for you. Then tell us, what is your plan after achieving this master's degree program? Okay, that's all they're asking you. And you have to be very, very strategic and focused in trying to, carefully draft, carefully, write these things in a very logical, step-by-step manner that to make sense and use a proper language that a master's degree applicant should be using. You can't be writing like a high school student if you're going for a master's degree program. There's level of expectation in terms of academic writing at that level, because these selection committee professors who are expert in this field, when they see a proper, well-written motivation statement by someone who is focused and who has a relevant skills and the knowledge for that program, they will know. So convince them that you are the real deal, that you are the guy for this program. So I hope this will help you to sit back and be more deliberate and intentional in writing your motivation statement. And please, if you have any questions on this motivation statement, kindly drop it below the comment section. And you can also follow me on my Instagram handle, which is inspired_Noel. And of course, my Twitter is Destiny Realize. Thank you guys for watching. I wish you the very best in your application. Remember, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. If you believe you can, then you can. Remember, once again, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Be focused, and you might just find your way in Luxembourg. Above all, make sure you do the right thing, don't break the law, be good, work hard, and be positive. Thank you guys for watching. I am the Human Investor. Catch you and see you very soon. Bye for now.